If you want to become a great UX designer who can land a job and create some amazing products, you need to have a deeper understanding of design and how humans interact with the world around them. In this video, I'm going to walk through 5 fundamental principles of UX from probably the most influential book and person in this industry. Don Norman is referred as pioneer of UX and human-centered design. He is the one who practically named what we designers do as user experience design. He has academic background in cognitive science and psychology, was an influential person at Apple, and co-founded industry-leading firm the Nielsen Norman Group. And in 1988, he wrote his first edition of The Design of Everyday Things, a book that to this day is a must-read for all designers. The book was revised in 2013, but this material has been out there for 36 years. For a book in such a fast-changing industry as technology, it's just mind-blowing that the discoveries that Don Norman described 36 years ago are still relevant to this day. After internet bubble, after smartphones, after AI, those are still the eternal principles of how people interact with technology. So you better listen and pay your attention. I highly encourage you to read the book yourself, but let me warn you, it's a bit of academic heavy book. I love reading, but this book took me twice my time and my brain power to understand it, so let me help you a little bit. Hi, my name is Anna, and on this channel I help you to become a better designer and a better version of yourself. And now, without further ado, let's make you a mega mind of UX. I want to start with the quote from the book. There are no human errors, only bad designs. Technology is designed to suit people. If it's designed in a way that leads people to misuse technology or people don't get it, it's a bad design. I want you to remember this quote every single time you create something. Great designers design for people. They don't change people to be able to use their designs. And to do that, principle number 1, and 2 actually, because it's impossible to talk about those two separately, affordances and signifiers. Affordances are possibilities an object provides you, and signifiers are indicators of where and how the action should be performed. Don Norman popularized this term in his first edition and kinda used it for both actual and perceived possibilities. In his later edition, he realized the significance of those two and introduced signifiers. Let's take an example of a search browser. Search browser allows you to look for information. A text field or a microphone icon indicate that you need to input your search inquiry. Search browser is affordance. Text field and microphone icon are signifiers. Again, affordances are possibilities an object provides you, and signifiers are indicators of where and how the action should be performed. Give it some time to sink in, and I promise it will make sense. The second principle is mapping. Mapping is the relationship between controls and their effects. A great example from the book are stow knobs. If you align your knobs with the burner positions, it's no-brainer which button or knob is responsible for which burner. But what if there is no clear correlation between them? Which knob controls which burner? Creating clear connections makes using the product smooth, self-explanatory, and enjoyable experience. Number 3 are mental models. Mental models are how people understand or imagine something works. It's based on your personal experiences and beliefs. If all the refrigerators you've used were cold and kept your food fresh, once you encounter an object that looks exactly like a refrigerator, you expect it to be cold and not heat up your food. If it heats up your food, you will be confused, frustrated, and angry. Mental models are highly personal and shaped by the experiences and cultures, but sticking to the common mental models makes your design 10 times more usable. Number 4 is feedback. Feedback communicates the result of users' action. It provides comfort and security to users, guiding them through the journey. Let me tell you a personal story to show you how important feedback really is. I was just visiting a friend to celebrate their birthday, and I volunteered to go pick up the pizza delivery from the lobby downstairs. I pressed the elevator button and nothing happens. Well, in fact, something did happen. I called for elevator and it was on its way, but I had no way of knowing that. There were no screens that showed what floor the elevator was on. The button didn't lit up, no sound. The button didn't even move. You know, when you press the button, it kind of like moves inside the wall when you press it. It didn't happen. It was as if I was touching a solid wall. So there I was, standing in the corridor, anxiously pressing the button every couple of seconds, trying to figure out if I was stuck, if the elevator was broken, should I take the stairs, will I miss the party, did the Uber delivery leave already? And a couple minutes later, the elevator finally arrived and ended my misery. That was the worst elevator I've ever used. Funny enough, most people have no clue how to use technology. We just muddle through until our needs are met. Trial and error is how 90% of people use technology. That's exactly why people need to understand if their efforts are getting them any closer to the desired result or they should try something else. Feedback needs to be immediate, perceivable, and meaningful. And the last one is constraints. Constraints are intentional limitations to guide the user through the journey. Think about USB ports. Just by looking at them, you know right away which cable you need to use. You know it because there is no other shape that fits in there. When used well, constraints actually improve design rather than limit the users. Constraints guide the user, reduce confusion, and prevent mistakes. Are you feeling smarter already? To make sure you remember those core UX principles, let's quickly sum up. To create good user experiences, use affordances, signifiers, mapping, mental models, feedback, and constraints. If you want to practice all of those, you will love my daily UI challenge video. There, I talk about practical ways you can improve your UI skills in a short time period. So definitely check it out right away. Wherever you are on your journey, I know you can do it, and I'm cheering for you. Thank you so much for being here. Stay curious and see you soon.